It's been about 7 months since we've updated the Marvel Future Fight tier list, but I'm back, and that is exactly what we're going to be doing today, because after the video I did yesterday where we're ranking all of the tier 4 characters in the game, I had a couple people reach out to me asking to see an updated version of my Marvel Future Fight tier list. The last time I touched this thing was right after the Fear Itself update, when Hulk became the best character in the game. That obviously is no longer the case. So we're gonna kick it off by putting Jean Grey right where she belongs. If you saw yesterday's video, you know my thoughts on Jean Grey. She's an absolute must-have. There's no wrong way to build her, really. She's just gonna decimate. Anyways, that being said, let's get into it. Any questions, concerns, disagreements, leave them in the comment section. This is a big tier list, so I'm going to fly through it really quickly. I believe we have 37 new additions to add, primarily new uniforms. For AB meta, or ABX, ABL meta, we're going to put M'Baku here. He's joining these guys. I try to structure this based on DPS in the front and then support right after. So we'll put M'Baku right about here. And here's the thing, I'm thinking about removing this version of Cyclops from the tier list. However, Cyclops is only relevant for ABX and ABL, and this is the only uniform you use him with, because when you're using him, you're primarily using him with the Krakoan winter uniform for Magneto. Magneto is pretty godly, so I'm going to toss him in the godly category, but let me know if you guys think he should go down here in the AB meta category, because that's where he's primarily used. As you can see, I've tried to put these characters in the category where they're primarily used. Obviously, some of them have some overlap, and if there's too many categories, please let me know. I tried to cut down. I had way more before. We're gonna put Toxin in the Alliance Conquest category because, believe it or not, if you give him a PvP build, he's actually pretty good on the symbiote team alongside Carnage. Speaking of, Agent Venom should definitely go in the AC category. He's also pretty good in timeline with Carnage, but I don't really see too many people running them anymore, so we're gonna put him in the Alliance Conquest category. He's pretty good over here. Next up is Cassie Lang. Obviously, her being a tier 2, she just goes in this category here. Actually, she has a little bit of support, right? So yeah, we'll put her in off meta. It's sad that she's at tier 2, so you can't really use her in World Boss Legend or Giant Boss Raid, but she does have a support passive, so I'll put her in this category. Maybe some of you guys are still playing World Boss Ultimate, she can be a support for you there. We have Shuri. Unfortunately, we never got a Black Panther uniform for Shuri, but Shuri is useful all over. I'm gonna put her here in the AB category just because that's the highest, but she gets used in Alliance Tournament, she gets used in Timeline Battle, World Boss Ultimate, Giant Boss Raid, you name it. So we're gonna put her here. I guess we could possibly put her in Godly, but I'm reserving the Godly category specifically for like tier 4s, because even though some of them are skips, they're still pretty godly by contrast to everybody who's at tier 2 or tier 3. Speaking of, I guess we'll just grab Ant-Man and put him right in the godly category right now, because his DPS is pretty busted, even though he gets locked in the lower stages in World Boss Legend. I believe he can do stage 39 against Jean Grey, which is really good, so definitely got to give him some props there. You guys can shake up this list however you want, but I'm gonna put Blue Dragon at the very end here, and then I'll just basically structure it based on their overall value in the game. There's one stage against Jean Grey that you need characters with the machine ability to do, so we'll move Iron Man right about here above these guys, and then I think I forgot Captain America, so I'll grab him later. Spider-Man, not much PvE value, but for PvP, do I put him down here? Because even though his DPS is really good, since he doesn't have very many cancelable skills, he doesn't really do as well as these other tier 4 characters in PvE content. He's better than them for PvP, but for PvE, he is kind of mediocre. I'm gonna leave him right here for Timeline Battle meta, even though most people would say he's not super meta. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Some of you guys might say Hulk is not a must-have, but for me, I think he is. Speaking of Hulk, another must-have for me personally is Gore, the God Butcher. You gotta throw him up here, and then we gotta put my guy MODOK. He's a strong tier 3, but I don't think he's strong enough for us to actually put him anywhere but, unfortunately, Story Mode, Shadowland, and World Boss Legend. I wish he had a support pass passive. Unfortunately, that's not the case. Anyways, we're gonna put Magic in Alliance Conquest because if you have her artifact, she's actually very, very good. We're gonna put Shadow Shell in Godly because I know for a fact that she has amazing DPS for World Boss Legend. Of course, she's ABL meta. Speaking of AB meta, we're gonna have to put Morgan Le Fay. She had a lot of overlap as a support, just like Shuri. We're gonna put her right there in AB meta. Speaking of AB meta, the big guy, the new guy on the block, we gotta put him up here. Amazing DPS out of this guy. I'd say he's a must-have, man. I gotta say that. Kitty Pryde. Yeah, you're gonna have to go down here as a leader. Yeah, listen, we have better. We have Polaris. Okay, so Polaris gonna go right up here in AB meta, but yeah, let's just do that. She has a lot of overlap for like Giant Boss Raid and World Boss and stuff. Craven. So this is one that's kind of debatable. If you are free to play, you're not gonna have access to this Black Cat uniform, and if you don't have this Black Cat uniform, you probably don't have a 6-star artifact for Black Cat, because even I don't have a 6-star artifact for Black Cat. And if you don't, then Craven is the next best thing for your Green Goblin. Speaking of Green Goblin, he's kind of godly. But like I said, I'm trying to reserve the godly category for characters that are tier 4. Let me know what you guys think. I'm gonna put him right here for now. Yeah, so I'm gonna put Green Goblin right behind Loki. Put some respect on that guy's name. Leave me your thoughts in the comments, okay? Now we have Punisher. This version of Punisher is actually pretty good in AC. So we're gonna throw him right around there with Electro. And I guess I should do the same thing for Angel. Unfortunately, he doesn't have iframe ignore, but he's still a pretty good leadership for AC. I haven't seen much value out of Arachnite in Alliance Conquest, so I'm gonna have to put him down here with Kitty Pryde and MODOK. Let me know if you guys think they should actually be higher. I'm willing to listen to your opinions in the comment section and shuffle the list as we need to, but we're gonna put She-Hulk. She's a leader and a DPS, so we're gonna put her right about here. Venom, gotta put him in the godly category. Ooh, my bad. So we're gonna put him right about there. Carnage, must have. What do you guys think? This is a tough one even for me, bro. I wanna say he's a must have, but it's a tough sell. We'll put him godly for now, because I don't think Carnage is as necessary as somebody like the Hulk. Moving on, we have Beast. Beast is actually pretty decent for AC. Wish he had iframe ignore. I don't know why they don't at least give these characters an iframe ignore skill to make them better for AC. Obviously, Black Bolt is busted beyond belief, so we gotta put him in the must-have category. Actually, gotta move up Magneto too, man. Magneto kind of must-have. Storm kind of a must-have as well, because she's the best blast mutant in the game. Next up, we have War Tiger, and this guy got a uniform and didn't even bump up one category. It's actually kind of crazy. He was in this category before, and he stays in this category. That sucks. Then we have Wasp, pretty much an off-meta leadership. Well, yeah, she's a little bit better for AC now, I guess, so we'll just toss her in here. That's pretty much the most you're gonna get out of her. She's not really meta, so I'm gonna put her here, off meta. She's not that strong. She's fun to play, but she's definitely not worthy of being in the strong. Professor X definitely gotta go in the godly. Yes, sir. You gotta go there. Who's stronger, Professor X or Venom? Put these guys like that. Put them like this. Iron Man right about here. But Black Widow has PvP value. Iron Man does not. Tough sell. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. You guys are pretty much just right here, to be honest. She's strong, but not as strong as those characters. Like, even I'm pretty sure Moonstone and them still stronger than these guys. And then we have you, off meta support, AC. I think that's where you are. You're pretty strong, so we're gonna put you right here. These guys are around the same power level. All right, so I went over and I grabbed Captain America really quickly. Didn't even see that I had that extra MODOK there that I needed to remove. Let's go ahead and drop Cap right up here in the godly category. He's definitely either on par or stronger than Venom. However, I'm not too sure about Professor X damage wise. Survivability wise, he's definitely better than Professor X, but I'm not too sure about the damage between these two, just because I have both of them still at level 80. At some point, maybe I'll come back and I'll tier for them. Thinking Shadow Shell and Black Widow should be realistically down here together, because I really find it hard to justify Shadow Shell being a must-have. And the more I think about it, I'm thinking it's probably the same case for Storm as well, because if you have Jean Grey at tier 4, all you gotta do is take off offer a uniform and use her in one of her older uniform where she's a blast character. So you probably don't need to have Storm. Maybe I'll move Storm down here to maybe the head of Godly, just because she offers you the value of a DPS and a support. So leave me your thoughts on the tier list in the comments, guys. Obviously, it's been a minute since your boys updated this list, so we definitely might need to shuffle some things around, get rid of some of these categories or add new ones. So I'm looking forward to hearing your thoughts in the comment section. If I did miss anyone, please let me know who I missed.